India is amazing. One of the things that I love about what I've seen here is that the members of BNI here in India are immersed and engaged in a culture of learning. The members are they're hungry, they're sponges for information on how to be more successful in business. And I think that is going to change the economy of this country over the next decades.
So we are talking with Dr. Ivan Misner, who is the founder of BNI, which has almost 260,000 members in more than 70 countries, sir. Amazing success. One of the podcasts you mentioned about the reticular activating system, the aha factor in our body. Can you speak more on that?
Yeah, so reticular activating system is actually a part of the brain that screens out things that you don't need to know. If we've ever been to an airport, there's a lot of people, a lot of noise, there's babies crying, people talking, PA system is running. But if they call your name or they call your flight, you hear it. You're like, wait a minute, that was for me. So a reticular activating system is part of your brain's process of paying attention to the things that are important. And within a referral context, if you pay attention for the opportunity to give people referrals, then all of a sudden they start to jump out at you. You didn't see them before, but when you learn how to listen for the language of referrals, your reticular activating system kicks in and you hear them.
And we need to, whatever you focus on grows.
Yes,
that is what you are saying.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you're mentioning that instead of in business or success, instead of selling or focusing on social, you focused on laying the foundation of relationships.
Yes.
Why relations are so important?
Well, I found years ago that if you use networking as a face-to-face cold calling opportunity, it becomes very transactional. So people, when they meet you and they go, hi, my name is so-and-so, let's do business, and they try to sell, it's never as effective as building the relationship. So we found, and I've got data, we've actually done surveys and I wrote a book on this topic where the relational approach to networking yields far greater results because networking is more about farming than it is about hunting. It's about cultivating relationships.
So when you talk about networking, sir, you are creating masters in networking and you came out with this amazing statement, you never know who the other person knows.
You have no idea.
Why it is so important, sir?
Well, because you truly don't know. I remember once I had a painter, he was painting my house, and he was telling me all of these houses that he's painted for. Now, he's just a painter, and oftentimes we think like, who would they know, right? But as I got to talk to him and know him a little bit more, he said, oh yeah, I've painted Sylvester Stallone's house, I painted Bruce Willis's house, and I was like, really? So the next day he came and there were photographs of him and Sylvester and him and Bruce Willis and many, many actors. Not in my wildest dreams would I have known that he knows more actors and actresses than I know. It was just incredible. You never know who people know.
So when we talk about Kaizen, it is continuous learning. When we talk about building culture, we have these BNI values.
Yeah.
So we're talking about books and leaders are readers. E-Myth was the very first book you said helped in growing BNI system. Why books and lifelong learning is so important?
Well, I think it's about continuous improvement. The more you're focusing on improving yourself, improving your business, the more successful you're going to be. And so that's why lifelong learning is one of our core values in BNI. We don't teach this in colleges and universities. We don't teach networking, referral marketing, social capital, emotional intelligence. And so by teaching that to business people, they know how to interact more effectively with other business professionals. It's critical to success in business.
So in last 3.5 decades, we saw the major success was because of the systems. And one needs to blindly follow the systems. Why it is so important?
Well, look, if you don't follow a system, you're not going to get the results that you want. So the BNI system is about a process of building relationships with other people within the context of getting to know them, like them, and trust them. And so the system is absolutely critical. You can't play any sports unless there are rules and systems and processes. You have to practice It's the same in business. You have to practice and you have to follow the system in order to achieve any kind of success.
So it is heard that eyes are 25 times more than powerful than our ears, and writing is psychoneuromuscular activity.
Yeah.
So in one of the press conference, you are talking about writing down all the things. So why this writing process?
Well, and that
What
actually,
is- yeah.
that comes from the E-Myth book. Michael Gerber said, you want to write everything down that you are learning about your business. So when I started BNI, I wrote everything down that worked. And I even wrote down the things that didn't work. And I said, don't do this, do these things. And so as I found things that worked, as I answered questions when phone calls came in, I'd write down the answer that I gave. As I answered questions of members who were struggling maybe to learn how to pass more referrals, when I gave them a good answer, I wrote that down. So our manuals, our systems, our processes all began with me writing everything down.
So now, sir, for every gullies and nooks and corners, entrepreneurs, professionals, BNI has become a great platform of exchanging referrals and growing their businesses. So what is the basic reason BNI has seen so much of success in last 35 years?
I believe it's something that I often say, different people, different places, different races, different religions, different countries, different cultures, we all speak the language of referrals. We all want to do business with people we trust. And so what BNI is about building those relationships to develop trust, and through that trust, referring each other. It's why it works in 70 countries, because the cultures are all different. So how does BNI work in so many countries? It works because it's about building relationships with other business people. And in any entrepreneurial nation, trust is critical to doing business. And that's why BNI has over 9,000 chapters worldwide.
So finally, in this world where in 21st century we see a lot of disruptive innovations, economics rising and falling, and BNI is helping a lot. 15 years from now, when BNI is going to be 50 years, how do you see the future of BNI?
Well, first of all, I believe we will have over 500,000 members, maybe more than that worldwide. Probably closer to 1 million by then, actually. Within 10 years, we hope to have 500,000. Within 15 years, we'll be close to 1 million members worldwide. And we also believe that we need to continue to integrate technology into our platform. BNI University is a great example of that. The BNI University is a great place to learn how to network effectively. BNI Connect, local business, global network. You can be a member here in Mumbai, but have a network of other people in 70 countries around the world. So we're going to continue to integrate technology into our system, and we're going to continue to do the face-to-face meetings.
So in this world, as Dr. Ivan Misner, you are continuing to create history through the platform that you have created.
Thank you.
And that is affecting the economic growth of the total world.
Thank you so
thank
much.
you very much for making a difference to this world.
Well, I am humbled by what BNI has become, and I'm amazed at BNI India. The growth in this country is incredible, and I predict that India will be the largest country for BNI in the world, probably in the next 10 years.
Thank you for sharing your valuable knowledge.
Thank you.
And your experience, sir.
Thank you.